Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, and welcome to a special video today on Blue and Me. Blue and Me repair specifically. I can repair your broken Blue and Me. That's probably why you're here, because you've got a broken Blue and Me. So let's quickly get into the problems that you can find that you might have with your Blue and Me. Let's go. So I've been fixing Fiat 500s for about 8 or 9 years, and I had many cars that I got that the Blue and Me was broken. So, and also you get a lot of posts on Facebook groups all over the place of people saying that their Blue and Me is broken, or they are saying that there's particular things that are happening with their car, and it turns out it's the Blue and Me. So I invested the money in the kit to repair Blue and Me units. Now, they don't all repair. The vast majority do. Currently it's around the 85, 89, somewhere between 85 and 90% of broken Blue and Me's will repair. There is the odd occasion it won't, and that is when the NAND, N-A-N-D, the NAND memory chip on it has bad sectors. Sometimes if it's got a few bad sectors, it will write the software around those sectors and it will still work fine. If it's got too many bad sectors, it won't repair, in which case the only way you can repair it is by a serious hardware repair, which is going to cost you the best part of £300. And unfortunately, it's at least half that to be able to get yourself a second-hand one on eBay or somewhere like that. If you're lucky enough to have a breakers near you, you might get one cheaper, but chances are it's just not worth repairing them if that is the case. I've had a few like that. Most of them will repair. So let me just go through the symptoms of what it might be causing your Blue and Me to fail. Let's go. So the mileage isn't flashing in this car. The reason being, it was flashing, but the reason being, I did a proxy alignment which stopped the flashing mileage. However, my Blue and Me unit is electronically disconnected. So it doesn't just affect Fiat 500s, the Ford Ka, certain Peugeot vans, Alfa Romeos, all sorts of things. Various vehicles contain the Blue and Me, and I can repair them all. So the common things will be your mileage is flashing. That'll be the first indication, usually, that something's wrong. However, the other most common thing is that your battery will discharge. I see a lot of comments on Facebook pages saying my battery was draining overnight or within a couple of days. I bought a new battery and it's still doing the same. The reason for that is it's not your battery, it's your Blue and Me unit, and I'll explain in a minute why that is. But that's probably the most common, along with the flashing mileage. Now, if you press the buttons on here, you would normally hear your Blue and Me talking to you. So that's again a very common. Oops, I've unmuted the radio then for a second. That's the most common thing, that your buttons don't do anything when you press them, which is what's happening in this. If you are lucky enough to have multi-ECU scan, which is a bit of software that is near dealer capability, that will do a proxy alignment for you. If you try and connect to your Blue and Me unit to see if it's okay, and it won't connect to it, it comes up with a failure. It's not working, it's broken. Again, you know, you can get rid of the mileage flashing, which is what I've done, because all it does is tells the body computer that the Blue and Me is not there anymore. When I come to fix this Blue and Me that's in this car, I will do a proxy alignment again. On there is for a very outdated TomTom. If you've got one of those very outdated TomToms, one of the other, that is controlled by your Blue and Me unit as well, and invariably that will not work either. So they're the main symptoms of a Blue and Me going wrong. Now, where is your Blue and Me? So if you are in a UK car, a right-hand drive UK car, they are in the rear quarter panel behind there. If you have got a Ford Ka, sometimes they are in that same place. A lot of the time they're up here somewhere. If you've got a European left-hand drive, if you flip this round, so this is the passenger side, it'll be under there. So not the driver's side on a left-hand drive car, but the passenger side, it will be there-ish. And to get to it, you have to take that tray out, which is much easier than on the UK cars. Some of the American cars are the same as that, but it does tend to be, from what for European cars, it seems to vary. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's in the back quarter. Does seem to vary. I don't think I've come across a UK car yet that it's not been in that back quarter. Obviously someone will correct me if you have a UK car and it wasn't there. Please let me know. But yeah, I've not come across that. So repairing it, how does it work? So to start with, I do this by post. So you have to take your Blue and Me out, or get someone to take your Blue and Me out. You then contact me by either email at paul@love500.co.uk, or you can contact me on Instagram, but preferably by email. Give me your module reference number. I will show you now what the module number looks like. So it's a white sticker with a number beginning with 5. As I say, most of them will work, but send me that first just so I can check the database and make sure that is one that will repair. There are some that won't. The database isn't 100% up to date, so sometimes it may say that it won't repair, but it actually will, but that tends to be the earlier ones. So generally, all the later ones will repair. So you send me that by email. When I email you back, I will send you the repair booking form. You fill in that form, you send that off to me with the unit. When I receive it, I will let you know. I always aim to fix them the same day. Once I've fixed it and confirmed that it works, I run a full CAN bus check to make sure that it's all functioning correctly. I run a voice check to make sure the voice recognition thing works as well. Once I'm satisfied that that is completely repaired, I will email you an invoice, and once you paid the invoice, I get it sent back to you by special delivery, and you'll get it the next day. So the delivery back to you is £8. And to repair the unit, I charge 60. So I'm currently, as far as I know, I'm the cheapest in the UK, and I'll certainly give you the best service. You get some free sweets when I send it back to you as well. Don't think anyone else does that. But yeah, try and turn it around the same day. So it's basically £68. Today, if you're in Europe, today I've just done my first European one. I've been sent one by a chap in the Czech Republic, which I received today. I fixed it, and I think it was £12.40 to send it back to him by airmail on a 3-day service. So I'll be sending that back to him tomorrow. So I can do it from anywhere in the world if you're prepared to pay for the postage and pay for the postage to be sent back. Then I don't care where you live, I'll send it back to you. In the unlikely event that it won't repair, I'll give you 3 options I'll give you. I can throw it in the bin and there's no charge. If I can't fix it, there's no fee. If I can fix it, I will fix it, and then you've got 2 options. You've got 1 option if it's fixed. It costs you £8 and I send it back by next day delivery. If it won't fix for any reason, I email you and let you know. And then, as I say, there are 3 options there. £4 to send it back by normal post, £8 to send it back by insured special delivery, or nothing, and I throw it in the bin. It's of no use to anyone, but if you want it back, and some people do, I don't know why, maybe they don't believe me that it doesn't work, then I'll send it back, not a problem. But yeah, if I can't fix it, there's no fee whatsoever. So one last thing before I show you that bit, the extra bit on there, is if you don't want to use your Blue and Me, but you've got a parasitic drain, the only thing you can do is disconnect it at the unit. Now, you don't have to take that back panel off to do that. If you just release it at the front, leave it on the bolt that I'm going to show you the best way to get that out, you can bend it backwards, and then if you can get your hand down the back of it, you can unplug it. So it has to be unplugged at the unit. You can't take a fuse out. That's the only way to stop that parasitic drain. And obviously then your Blue and Me won't work anyway. In some instances you'll have a parasitic drain but the Blue and Me is still working. That does happen sometimes, but yeah, if you want to do that, just unplug it and that will stop your parasitic drain. If you are going to install an Android stereo, which a lot of people do, you may as well either take it out or disconnect it, whether it's working or not. If it works, you can get £140 for it on eBay. If it doesn't work, I can repair it for you for £60. Your choice. But let's show you that extra little bit on that bolt and give you a tip on the best way of getting that out. Right, so to get it out, you have to remove this panel here. Now, the video that I've linked to will show you how to do that, but there is one extra thing that I don't think I mentioned. So to get out this panel, that bolt down there that is at the end of the seatbelt has to come out. Now, that bolt has a habit of snapping. If you have got an impact wrench, it's much better to get it out like that. It gives you more of a chance of it not snapping. If it snaps, you have to drill it out or get someone to drill it out for you. It's a bit of a nightmare, but what you can do to reduce the likelihood of that happening, so that bolt, the reason it snaps is that bolt goes into the outside world, into the wheel arch, and it's just there. So unfortunately it gets rusty, and because it gets rusty, when you try and take it out, it snaps. Now, to get around that, what you do is you absolutely soak the end of that in WD-40. Before you do that, give it a good wire brush, put lashings of WD-40, leave it for 5 or 10 minutes, put even more on, and that will then reduce the likelihood of that snapping. Right, so this is out, drilled out the rivets, so you've got 3 rivets, and holding it into the inside of the car, as you would have seen in the other video if you've watched it. Now, when you send it to me, I need you to take it out of the cage if you can. So you've just got 4 bolts, or 4 nuts I should say. So if you can take it off of that and then send the rest to me. Obviously it just keeps down on the size of the package and the weight of it as well. And if you don't take it off, I have to take the case apart, so I've got to take it off myself. So it would help if you can take it off. If you can't, then leave it and I'll do it, but I would prefer it if you can. So that's so this is the label I was referring to of the number. So if you can send me that number just to make sure it is one that can be repaired. As I say, it probably will be. If for any reason it hasn't got that number on it, then obviously just send it to me anyway. But yeah, that is what it looks like. So yeah, get that sent to me and we'll get it repaired. So I have just repaired this, and it is now in full working condition. It had quite clearly been unplugged because it was causing a parasitic drain, I think. So took it out of the cage, repaired it. I've now got to put it back into the cage. So that's pretty much it now. The one other thing I need to tell you, and then we'll wrap this video up. In most cases, you will not need to do a proxy alignment. So your mileage flashes because your car knows that it's been disconnected from one of the ECUs. In this case, obviously the Blue and Me, because it's not working. Now, what we do is when we do the repair, we write your proxy file that's on your module to disk. When we do after we've done the repair, we write your proxy data back again. We can create a new one, but if you have a new one, your mileage will flash and you will need to do a proxy alignment. Now, not everyone has multi-ECU scan, so you would have to find someone that's got it, or you would have to take it somewhere to get proxy alignment. It would all work, but your mileage will flash. Now, because of the way we do it, we copy the proxy data over, repair it, then copy it back. In most cases, unless that proxy data has been corrupted, sometimes it comes back with an error and says that it's a virgin unit. That will then need a proxy alignment. But in most cases, it says proxy, how does it word it? Proxy, I can't remember now, coded, proxy present, coded unit. When it says that, I'm confident that when you put it in your car, your mileage will not flash. So there's no programming or anything, coding of any kind. Plug it in, put your car back together and it will work. And mileage will not flash. As I say, that's in the vast majority of cases. So that is it. £60 plus £8 delivery, no fix, no fee, unless you want it back. In which case it's either £4 or £8, depending on whether you want it back by special delivery or normal post. So that's it. If you need your Blue and Me fixing, drop me an email, paul@love500.co.uk. I'll send you the order form, take it out, send it to me, I'll fix it and send it back. That's it for now. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and until the next one, as always, take care, stay safe, and have a very Blue and Me time.